Good morning. I'm Marla Jo Bruton, and I'm from North Morro Bay. And I want to support what you're doing here today. I would like to do a word of caution or, caution. When we're looking at permitting water rights permits and water board permits, what we have in our area is a history of non-compliance by municipality. For instance, Choro Creek, which is a creek that the mouth of Choro Creek empties into the Morro Bay East Estuary State Marine Reserve. So it's an important creek. It's a steelhead trout creek. That creek is bone dry right now. What's come to some of our attention is that the city, the water board required a flow monitoring device be put into the Choro Creek next to the city wells 14 years ago. This was ordered. It's never been done. The monitoring has never been done. So year after year, we have stacks of reports saying we're not in compliance. We didn't put our monitoring device in. So in the terms of the 1633 permit from the State Water Board, the city wasn't supposed to pump any water from the Choro Creek if the flow of the creek was under 1.4 cubic feet of water. And what we've experienced this last July and August, the city pumped 11,840,000 gallons out of those wells when the creek was completely dry. So I don't think you really need to have a monitoring device to see it was zero. It was bone dry. And they dumped almost 3 million gallons of water onto an adjacent empty field. And we cannot get anyone in the regulatory agency. We have now gone to the Fish and Game, and we don't know what they're going to do, if anything. But we have a serious problem in California with our regulatory agencies and our municipalities. The political will is just not there. Our mayor, last week, in speaking about our wastewater treatment plant, which is they're trying to build in a flood zone and not go to tertiary with the water and not reclaim the water. They want to use the ocean outfall. Our mayor said, I'm not going to believe it until the governor orders it. And I believe she's speaking about climate change adaptation and that whole everything. So that's what we have on the streets out here. That's what we live with. Thank you. Hello again, Marla Jo Bruton, and I'm representing New Water for Peace. And I live in the Morro Bay area, and New Water for Peace is active there now. Our mission is to address the common statement, whiskey is for drinking and water's for fighting. New Water for Peace, Our goal is to see that reclaimed water becomes a staple. We have, polluted aquifers, polluted groundwater, polluted ocean, polluted streams. Not only cleaning up those pollution problems, but specifically to address the pollution that comes from wastewater and from collection systems that have been improperly maintained and are leaking raw sewage into the state of California on a daily, minute-by-minute basis. And it's something that's under the ground, and it's not detected by the citizens. So they don't have a lot of background to come out and speak up against it. But as far as the wastewater treatment plant and the waivers being gone in Morro Bay, the JPA voted to go to tertiary, yet they have a cornered in this little box with oxidation dishes and a little filtration in their plan for reclamation at some further time down the way. And one of the things I'd like to express is working with the public and with politicians, the JPA board and the citizens who finally came out to speak up and disagree with the plan not to reclaim water. There a lot of the folks up there were saying, well, things are much different than they were 3 years ago. So they're not different as far as those of us in the know. You know, we know these things. So some part of the education on ocean health and water is working. I can say that as being the lone soldier citizen at all these meetings for the last 5 years, and we had a full house last week of the public. So kudos to Thank You Ocean and everybody here for the work that you do. Thank you.